I don't know, James. Let's pop your radar scope up. Do you have storm reports on there?
I do.
So if we back this out, if you kind of can connect the dots there from Oconee County, which is right there, you can kind of see
right here
the Oconee County.
Oh, this. Oh, you want me to take this way back? You want me to like put this into like a 3-hour loop?
No, just highlight that storm report there in Oconee County.
Okay, right here.
And
this is the car flip CVS one.
Right, and now if we got a report of Greenville, downtown Greenville of damage.
Oh, like here, right?
So you can kind of see now, if you connect the line there, this is the same storm that's been kind of meandering through the upstate. Now that it's getting in, we're getting into this low, this little localized low pressure. So it's starting to now rotate into the mountains. But if you kind of look at that track, kind of shows you the damage track of where this, we could call it an embedded supercell if you want, of this storm damage there. So you kind of connect the dots there. It's something I like to do to kind of see, it's a pretty consistent line there where this storm has moved through that's produced damage. So if you live downstream of this storm, hey, you can look back and say there is a history of some damage with this event. Yeah. So
we do have confirmation.
Tornado,
we have confirmation from the Weather Service that they'll issue an official storm report for that. So, right, so it's getting verified. The Weather Service also looked at this information that just came on in from a reliable source, from a first responding official, and the Weather Service also looked at it with their tools, radar and like, and said, yep, that makes sense. It's still going to issue what's called an LSR, a local storm report for that. And Scotty, good call on kind of the mapping here. And it's very interesting now that we got this in motion, right, that I've been watching some of these lines today, but the whole system is moving to the east, but then some of these storms are training to the north.
If you look at the observations, the surface observations, the METARs, you see at the surface we have southeast winds blowing in off the Atlantic Ocean. We have this cold front that's moving in from the west, and so that's your rotation right there. You've got wind flow coming in from the west associated with this cold front. At the surface, you have southeast winds, so they're veering back, and that's where we're getting these rotating thunderstorms, what we call supercells, and then sometimes that rotation can last or maintain all the way to the surface, and that's where we could see those tornadoes. We'll have to see what the Weather Service says with these 3 damage reports, if there's just straight line damaging wind or if it was an actual tornado that did touch down at the surface. But if you look at those surface profiles, the winds are coming in from the southeast, and then you look where the main line is moving from west to east, and so there you can kind of see that sheer directional change of wind, and that's where we're seeing these storms really line up.
You know what? The other thing that reminds me, this is so summertime like, right? Mm-hmm. If so many people have weather apps at home that they might be trying to follow along, depending on what their evening activities are, watch out here. They're they're generating. They're popping up, right? It's very summertime like. And
there's a lot of CAPE, and that's just thunderstorm fuel in that area along the Interstate 85 corridor from Charlotte up to Greensboro. There's a highlighted area of about 1,000 joules of CAPE. You don't need to know the 1,000 joules part. Just know that there's CAPE. There's instability there.
Yeah.
A little bit of sunshine that's peaked out throughout the day at times, and that's just that added fuel that these thunderstorms need to kind of grow and survive. Just like you and me need food and water, these thunderstorms need energy to survive, and that CAPE is providing that energy for them. And that tornado warning has been allowed to expire at 7:30, so that's good news.